All right, I'm live. I thought I had lipstick on my teeth. I hope we're clear. They don't look as white as they are. It's from all the coffee. It really is. So I'm happy to be here. I'm Angela. I'm here in the group. I'm so excited to talk about this topic. So if you're on, say hello. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in and ask questions. If you're watching the replay, feel free to let me know that you're watching the replay and have any questions. Aubrey is currently asleep. If she does wake up, I do have to go get her. Hopefully she stays asleep because it's been one hell of a morning. Good morning, Chantel. How are you? So I want to talk about something, and I want to talk about this because I feel like it's very important, because I feel like, and I don't want to say that it's mainstream, but a lot of people say, or resources say, that you need to work with someone professionally when it comes to sexual trauma. And I completely agree. Eventually, you do want to reach out to someone, whether it's a therapist, whether it's coach, however you decide to go about it, that you want to work with someone one-to-one, because they're able to hold space for you, but they're also able to really guide you down the path of real deep healing. However, a lot of us are kind of stuck to where we're afraid to tell our family members, our partners, or anything like that. So how are we expected to go tell pretty much a complete stranger about what is going on? And I think that one way to really help you start getting to that point where you can speak to a professional, where you can work with a professional, is to first start journaling. And I say this with caution. You do eventually want to go work with someone. I cannot stress this enough. However, if you are not ready to go tell a stranger, if you're not ready to go put yourself out there, if you're not ready to tell your partner, if you're not ready to tell your friends and your family, then pick up a journal and start writing in it about everything. It doesn't even just have to be about the abuse that had taken place in your life, or the trauma that had taken place in your life. You can really just start to get into the habit of journaling. And the habit of journaling is so powerful because it provides clarity and connection and safe self-expression. And I'm going to get into this because I know I talk a lot about journaling. It's been very powerful in my life. It's been very powerful in the lives of my clients. I require them to do it. They always have breakthroughs through journaling. And it's because it provides this clarity, this connection, this safe self-expression. They actually do studies on it, and they actually show that people that journal are less stressed, they are more successful, and they have less anxiety. So just with that alone is very powerful to keep in mind, right, about journaling. Whether you are just going to journal, not necessarily just about your trauma. My throat is so dry. The air quality has gotten worse in the last couple of days. So I want to talk about journaling. I kind of want to dive a little bit deep about journaling, but actually, since you are in this group, there is a whole unit on journaling and how to utilize journaling and how to deep dive in journaling. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and check it out. I do believe it's like Unit 2 or something like that here in the group, so check that out. But I do want to give you a little bit more about journaling. Remember that journaling, and if you saw the video about what every survivor needs to know about healing, I talked about creating a safe space. I'm pretty sure I talked about creating a safe space. I talked so much last week, I'm not really sure which video it was in. I'm pretty sure that was the video. But anyway, one of the videos, and it talks about creating a safe space. If you were not able to do that physically, you can actually do that through journaling. I'm a huge believer in that. That's how I created my safe space. I didn't really feel like I had a safe space physically anywhere. And just because I was just in such a weird place when I was going through my recovery and being pregnant, and I wasn't trying to hide in the closet and do all I was trying to like nest and do all those things at the same time. It's really weird. So, but you can create a safe space in your life with journaling, and it's just because it allows you to bring all those thoughts and feelings up, no matter how guilty we are, no matter how ashamed we are, no matter anything about those thoughts and feelings. Journaling is the way to go. So I'm going to give you 4 things that you want to know about journaling in case you don't want to go to a professional, or you're not ready to go to a professional, or if you want to do this while working with a professional. So the first thing is that you need to know is that journaling provides clarity, connection, and safe self-expression. Clarity about your thoughts and your emotions, because when you're just journaling and letting the thoughts flow, it kind of comes together, right? Because we have a lot going on in our mind and it all really seems jumbled sometimes. And sometimes we actually find out that we don't really feel that way, that it's actually this other emotion. And just writing really brings in that clarity for those emotions and those thoughts. And also provides connection. Connection to what? To you, self-connection, which is vital for people who have survived any type of sexual trauma. Most people who have suffered from sexual trauma actually disassociate and don't know how to reconnect with themselves. And also because we've totally been conditioned out of following our intuition and connecting with ourselves. And journaling is the way to really get back and connect with that. So connect with yourself. And like I said before, it does provide a safe place to express yourself. And all of us, and this is not just a sexual abuse survivor thing. This is an everybody thing. However, especially in my personal experience, I do know that it's a little bit harder for survivors to really be able to trust people and trust that their vulnerabilities are not going to be used against them, because, you know, their whole situation is about having a vulnerability used against them. And if it came in childhood, it's just significantly worse. So you want to be able to express yourself in a way without judgment, without feeling like you're going to be vulnerable, without feeling like you're going to have those vulnerabilities used against you, right? So this allows that. This allows you to get everything out in the open without being judged, without having the fear of your vulnerabilities being used against you, which is a huge thing. I've been through that. I've experienced that. It's scary. No one actually wants to deal with that. And I totally understand why people hesitate with being vulnerable, because they don't want that kind of stuff used against them. And I totally understand that. But remember that journaling provides a safe space so that you can find clarity of your thoughts and your emotions, so that you can connect with yourself, which is vital as a survivor, because you pretty much disassociate from yourself, and it provides you a place where you can safely express yourself without judgment and without having your vulnerabilities used against you. Another tip about journaling: you want to do it consistently. I cannot stress this enough. Journaling here and there is not going to provide you the clarity. It's not going to provide you the connection. It might provide you the safe self-expression, sure, absolutely. But if you're really looking to break through, if you're really looking to heal so that you can take that next step towards working with a professional one-to-one, then you must do it consistently. I highly recommend that you do it first thing in the morning. That's what my routine is, and it just brings so much clarity. Actually, I have a download that I didn't completely finish, like doing the freebie about it. Anyway, I didn't completely finish the whole sign up thing, so I might actually just put it in the group here as an attachment or a file or whatever it is, so that you can download it and use it every morning. It's really cool. I love it. It's how I was doing my mornings for a really long time, and I just perfected it and released it. And so it's been very powerful in my life, and I imagine that it will be very powerful in yours. So I can definitely leave an attachment there if you are interested in that. So do it consistently. That's important. The next thing that I want to tell you is that You can turn to it for everything. Turn to it when you have crazy looping thoughts. Turn to it when you're triggered. Turn to it when you're happy. Turn to it when you're having a bad day. Turn to it when something comes up. Turn to it when something's bothering you. Turn to it for everything. Think of it as your best friend. And think of it as your best friend, because the more you feel like you can lean on it, the more you're going to dive deep, the more you're going to heal, and the more you're going to be willing to overcome fears, take risks, and go and reach out to that professional. Now, in consistency, it's key, right? Turn to it for everything. And that's why it also helps you create consistency, right? When you turn to it for everything, it really does help you create that consistency that you are looking for, and it really becomes effortless. So go ahead and do that. Let's say all of this information is all great and all, but you're kind of hesitant. You kind of aren't sure about what to write, what to ask yourself. I will leave a link in the comments for you to click on this journal. It is a recovery journal for women who have suffered from childhood sexual trauma. However, it can kind of go, I don't think it's going to work for just anybody. It is just for childhood sexual survivors. So, make sure you check that out, and I'll leave the link for that. If you were totally and completely ready to move on to a professional, I have an 8-week program that will require you to journal. But I have an 8-week program that is all designed to help you let go of the trauma. It's designed to help you have someone in your corner that will create safe space for you, that will hold the space down, where you can really completely heal and let this shit go, so that you actually heal to your core. And I have it at a very special rate. I only have a few spots available for this special low rate. It is for $397 for 8 weeks. That's extremely low. It's like $600 off. And I want to do that because I want to be able to trial it out and make sure that it's working. Not because it's not going to work. I guarantee my results. However, I want you to know that, I haven't completely ran through this program. Even though I guarantee the results no matter what. You will have a very connected and loving relationship with yourself that creates better relationships with other people, especially your family. It creates a more confident and higher self-esteem woman. It helps you feel like you're a warrior. It helps you feel like you can take on anything. You can make more money, have better sex. This is what this is all about. So I feel like this is very powerful for you if you are ready to heal and let the shit go, so that you really can become the woman that you want to be. So let me know if you're interested in that. Again, it is for $397. There are still slots available. I will leave the comment in here for the journal that is for childhood sexual abuse, that is all about journaling. I am coming out with a training series that is all about kind of like beginning stages, intermediate stages, and then advanced stages of healing. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple of weeks. But that is what I have for you today. Remember that journaling is what you can turn to if you are not ready to turn to a professional. I'm Angela, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you later.